Hope you feel charged after having a weekend off. It's Monday, it's the start of week 7, so let's get into it. It's a weight training day today. We have chest, and we have triceps, and we have abs. So warm up for 5 minutes, and I'll see you in the gym. The first exercise that we have for chest is flat flies. So find yourself a bench like the one in the picture, grab some weights for a warm up, and you're going to lie back and start warming up your chest area with flies with a comfortable weight that'll allow you to do about 10 or 12 reps. Make sure that you stick your chest out the whole time. Come down, get a good stretch. Have your arms slightly bent and pretend that you're hugging a fat person. Breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. Once you've completed your warm-up set, you can put the weights back and grab some heavier weights now that'll allow you to reach failure at around 10 to 12 repetitions. So again, lie back, keep your back flat against the bench, and also keep your head flat against the bench as well. Come down, get a really good stretch throughout your chest, and then come back up with your palms facing towards each other all the time. Breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. You need to be reaching failure at around 10 to 12 repetitions, and you're going to do this for 3 sets, resting for 45 seconds between each set. Once you've finished, put the weights back and we're ready to move on to the second exercise, which is decline flies. So now you're going to perform a similar movement except on a decline bench like the one in the picture. You're going to lie back with the palms facing each other again. You're going to come down and get a good stretch, and this time you're going to come up above the lower part of your chest, just like Jim is showing you here. You're going to breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. Make sure you keep your back flat against the pad and your head flat against the pad as well. Make sure you come down, get a good stretch, and keep your hands and elbows and shoulders all in one line. Again, you need to be reaching failure at around 10 to 12 repetitions. You're going to rest for 45 seconds between each set, and you're going to do a total of 3 sets. And once you finish that set, we're ready to move on to the new exercise of the week, which is cable crossovers. So you're going to find yourself a cable crossover machine like the one in the picture. You're going to select the appropriate weight that'll allow you to reach failure at around 10 to 12 repetitions, and then you're going to come across the middle part of your chest like Jim is demonstrating here, keeping your elbows, hands and shoulders all in one line. Breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way back. Make sure that you keep your body straight and your body flat at all times. Now we're done with chest, we're ready to move on to triceps. The first exercise that we got for triceps is the overhead barbell extensions. So as you can see, Jim is demonstrating here, he's got his elbows pointed forward, he's letting the bar come back behind the head, and then he's extending back up until he's going up to lockout. Breathing out on the way up and breathing in on the way down. This is just a warm-up set, so make sure you pick a light weight just to warm up the elbows and the shoulders, and do about 10 to 12 repetitions comfortably. So once you've done with that, we're ready to move on to the first set. So get a heavier weight now. I'm sure you'll remember this exercise from last week, so you might be able to go even heavier than you did then. So pull the weight up over the head, keep your elbows tucked in and pointing forward just like Jim is doing here. Extending the arms up until you get a lockout and squeeze in the triceps at the top. Come back just halfway behind the head before going back up. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. And keep that upper body as still as possible. Try not to use any momentum. Once you've reached failure at around 12 repetitions and done 3 sets of this, that's it for this exercise. And we're ready to move on to the next tricep exercise, which is on a dip machine. Another exercise that you did last week, using a dip machine like the one in the picture, you're going to place enough weight on there for your first set that'll allow you to reach failure at around 10 or 12 repetitions. Going to place the support pads over your thighs to stop you from gliding up away from the machine, and you're going to push down until your arms lock out, and then you're going to come up until your arms reach a right angle. You're going to breathe out on the way down and breathe in on the way back up. Keep those elbows pointing back and keep them close together. You need to reach failure again at around 10 to 12 repetitions for 3 sets, resting for 45 seconds between each. Once you've completed your 3 sets, you can put the weights back, and we're ready to move on to the new exercise for this week for triceps. So find yourself a rope attachment, place it on a high pulley of a cable machine, and you're going to grab hold of the bottom of that rope attachment with your palms facing each other, and you're going to come down until your arms lock out and slowly flare out your hands away from each other as well. This will accentuate the squeeze and the contraction throughout your triceps. Make sure that you keep your upper body straight at all times. Don't lean over too much. And when you come up, make sure that your elbows stay by your sides. You're going to lock out at the bottom, get a good stretch at the top. Breathe out on the way down and breathe in on the way back up. Make sure you do 3 sets of this exercise, reaching failure on each at around 10 to 12 repetitions. And once you've completed your 3 sets, that's it for chest and triceps. And now all we've got left is upper abs. This week you're going to be doing sit-ups, so make sure that you lie down on a pad like the one in the picture. You can place your hands across your chest like Jim is showing you here, and you're going to come all the way up and then all the way back down. If you can't go all the way up, that's okay. Just do a crunch movement where you're coming up around halfway. So make sure you breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. Try not to jerk too much on this motion. Keep it a nice fluid movement. And you need to be reaching absolute failure on this exercise regardless of repetitions, and you need to be doing 3 sets. Remember to rest for around 45 seconds between each set. And once you've completed those sets, that's it, you're done for the day. So make sure you go and cool down for 5 to 10 minutes on a bike or treadmill, have your protein shake, and I'll see you back at the office. Your chest and triceps are smoked by now, so if you haven't had your protein drink already, make sure you add some glutamine to it as well to assist with the recovery. Now in regards to your cardio, last week you were doing 45 minutes and this week I want you to do the same, 45 minutes per day. Tomorrow's a non-training day and I'm going to speak to you about the different types of proteins and when to have them. So I'll see you then.